Let's see how to create new elements in Boomla. I expect you already have a website and you're logged in so you can see the toolbar. Let's open the new tab. Typically, you will start with the UIKitBoomla.net package. I'm going to open this, and this is where you look for new elements to pick from. So, the most important part when you start up is the full width blocks and the inner blocks. Let's see the difference. If I go into full width blocks and say I go in the main section and maybe in text, if I drag something from here onto the site and before another full width block, let me drop this here, it will create a nice looking full width block. On the other hand, if I went to, instead of full width blocks, I go to inner blocks and I find the text element here and I drag it to the same location before full width block, it will look ugly. So the idea is that whenever you are placing elements on a full width layout, you should be looking under full width blocks. If you already have a layout, like for example here, this full width element created an inner layout, basically a space constrained column, then you can start looking under inner blocks. Look for content, maybe look for slideshow, and if you drag it here, it will look okay. If you use the same slideshow and placed it as a full width element, again, it will look out of place. Oftentimes, let me go on another page, you will have a page layout that already creates a column for you. So in this case, you don't go to the full width block section at all. Just stay within inner blocks and look for all the things that you want to use. Maybe you want to create some buttons, you can just drag it here and it will look fine. Maybe you want to add some spacing, find it in layout, space, then you can add some space, etc. So if you have this layout, usually you should stay here. Let's talk about the other two parts. So sometimes if you have either a full width block or an inner block, they will be complex structures. So for example, let me go to full width blocks, main, and find pricing sections. Actually, let's go to the home page because this is a full width block. So maybe we want to place such a pricing block here. And if we look at the structure of it, we can see that this is a card containing an icon, a text, a list, another text, and a button group. None of this is actually a pricing element itself. Rather, more basic atomic elements are used to create a higher level structure that we interpret as a pricing card. Maybe you want to build such more complex structures from atomic elements yourself. So that's when you would look at atomic elements. Again, here you can look in various categories and find whatever you need. So if I go for a list, for example, you will find a basic list. Here, a basic text. So atomic elements contains all the applications available within the UIKit package. Inner blocks contains elements that can be used in a predefined column. Full width blocks are for full width elements. And there's the last one, page layouts, which is useful when you want to create new pages, but you don't want to start from scratch. So for example, if I don't know, drag this here, it will create a new page before that other one with a pre-existing layout. Now you can always take a look at it and take it apart, maybe replace the menu, whatever. So these are ideas, these are starting points. You should always start with something, look at the structure, and basically bend it to your needs, make changes as you prefer. So yes, atomic elements are for the basic atomic applications, inner blocks, fluid blocks, and pages. Yeah, give it a try.